So welcome. So this is CAI paper of May-June 2020, paper 1 and version 12. So we shall try to solve all the questions. So coming to the first question, coefficient of x square. So first I write a general term which is 6CR x to the power of r and minus 2 upon x whole to the power of 6 minus r. Then I take the x terms or x terms, so x power r, then it is divided by x power 6 minus r is equal to x square. So it becomes x power r minus 6 plus r is equal to x square. So it becomes 2r minus 6 is equal to x square. So 2r is equal to 8. So r is equal to 4. So once I get r is equal to 4, what am I going to do? I'm going to get the coefficient of x square. Coefficient of x square. What does that becomes now? 6c4 minus 2 whole to the power of 6 minus 4, which becomes 60. That's going to be the answer for the part A. Part B. Find the coefficient of x square in the expansion 2 plus x 3x square times x minus 2 by x. So it is, what is the meaning is coefficient of x square. So 2 plus 3x square. If I expand it out, I get so many terms. So I should be getting out a constant term and I should be getting a x square. Why should I be doing like that? Because if 3x square is multiplied with constant term, I get x square. Similarly, if this 2 is multiplied with x squared term in this expansion, I get an x square. So these are the possibilities of getting. So I need to know what's going to be the constant term. I have to know what is going to be the constant term. So how should I know? Because this is whole power 6. If I have 3 in the numerator, 3 in the denominator, 3 gets cancelled. So I get it out the constant term. So first I find the constant term. How do I find the constant term? It is 6c3 x to the power of 3 minus 2 upon x whole to the power of 6 minus 3. So this is going to be nothing but how much? Minus 160. So now I'm going to multiply the 2 with x square. I use the same coloring code. So coefficient of x square. Coefficient of x square will be 2 times coefficient of x square. What was 2 times coefficient of x square was nothing but what? 60. Then it is 3 times constant term. What is the constant term? Minus 160. So my final answer is going to be 120 minus 480 minus 360. That's going to be the answer for the first one, second part. Now question number 2. X plus 3 cos theta upon 8 tan theta is a quadratic equation in sine theta. So 3 cos theta tan theta is equal to sine theta upon cos theta. So it becomes 3 cos square theta is equal to 8 sine theta. So 3 cos square theta is 1 minus sine square theta is equal to 8 sine theta. So 3 minus 3 sine square theta is equal to 8 sine theta. So you get an equation 3 sine square theta plus 8 sine theta minus 3 is equal to 0. That's going to be the answer. Part B. Hence find the acute angle in degrees for 3 cos theta is equal to 8 tan theta. So for this, the equation just now we got was that 3 sine square theta plus 8 sine theta minus 3 is equal to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation. So what am I going to do? I am going to factorize it out. 3 sine square theta plus 9 sine theta minus sine theta minus 3 is equal to 0. So I take 3 sine theta common. So I left over with sine theta plus 3 minus 1 common, sine theta plus 3 is equal to 0. So I get 3 sine theta minus 1 times sine theta plus 3 is equal to 0. So I get two options. 3 sine theta minus 1 is equal to 0. Sine theta plus 3 is equal to 0. So sine theta is equal to 1 upon 3 or sine theta is equal to minus 3. Sine theta equal to minus 3 is rejected. Sine theta is equal to 1 upon 3. So theta is equal to sine inverse 1 upon 3. So which is theta is equal to 19.5 degrees. That's going to be the answer. Coming to question number 3. The weather of a balloon is in the shape of a sphere is being inflated by a pump. The volume of the balloon is increasing at a rate of 600 centimeters cube per second. So rate of volume. How much has been the rate of volume? The rate of volume increasing is 600 centimeter cube per second. In every 1 second, what is the volume being added? The volume of air that is being added is 600 centimeter cube. The ball was empty at the starting. Find the radius of the balloon after 30 seconds. So time is equal to how much? It has been 30 seconds. So what will be the volume after 30 seconds? Volume after 30 seconds. After 30 seconds will be 600 times 30, because in every second it was 600, so it will be 600 times 30, 18,000 centimeter cube. This is the volume after 30 seconds. So volume of a sphere, the formula for volume of a sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube is equal to 18,000. So from there, r cube is equal to 3 times 18,000 divided by 4 pi. So I need to find it out r. So r is equal to cube root of 3 times 18,000 divided by 4 pi. This I do by calculator quickly, and I get a 3 decimal place or a 3 significant figures. So radius is equal to 16.3 centimeters. This is going to be the answer for the part 1. Next, find the rate of increase of the radius after 30 seconds. So we know that volume is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. So I find it out, dV by dr is equal to 4 upon 3 pi r cube, derivative is 3r square. So I can see that I can cancel 3 and 3. Now what am I going to do? I am going to move this dr. I am going to move this dr up over there, and then divide by dt on both sides, divided by dt. So I get dV upon dt is equal to 4 pi r square dr upon dt. So this is the easiest way to get it out, rate. Whenever I say rate, it should be dt in the denominator. Now dV by dt was given in the beginning of the question. We have written it as 600 is equal to 4 pi. Radius was 16.3 whole square dr upon dt. From there, I should be getting the value of dr upon dt. dr upon dt is equal to 600 divided by 4 pi times 16.3 whole square. I take quickly the calculator and use that one. 600 divided by 4 times, it is pi times 16.3 whole square. So when I do that one, I should be getting it out. For here, you have to be careful that when am I using it out, I will not be using 16.3. I will not use the 16.3, rather than I will be using the full calculator display. So let me use the full calculator display, because you will not be able to get the correct answer if you use 16.3. So what am I going to do? I am going to use the full calculator display rather than 16.3. So how do I get it out? The R value was cube root of 3 times 18,000. Which one was 3 times 18,000 divided by 4 pi? Divided by 4 pi whole square times dr upon dt. So it is again cube root of 3 times, let me write neatly, 3 times 18,000 divided by 4 pi whole square. Okay, so I go back in the calculator, change that one. It is cube root of 3 times 18,000 divided by 4 pi times pi and its whole square. Okay, Okay, so if I use a full calculator display, then only I'll be getting in three significant figures, 0.181. So you have to be very much careful. Use a full calculator display for the calculations. Don't use three significant figures. Now question number 4. The nth term of an arithmetic progression is this much. Find the value of n for which the sum of the n terms is 84. Nth term. So nth term is given as 1 upon 2 times 3n minus 15. So I want the first term. If at all I want the first terms, n is equal to 1. So 1 upon 2 times 3 times 1 minus 15. So it becomes minus 6, which is a. If at all I want the second term, I substitute n is equal to 2. So n is equal to 1 was the first term, n is equal to 2 was the second term, 3 times 2 minus 15. So this becomes negative 9 upon 2. I want the common difference. Common difference is t2 minus t1. So which is nothing but what? Negative 9 upon 2 minus of minus 6. So this will be giving me the value as 3 upon 2. So common difference is 3 upon 2. Now the question is find the value of n for which the sum of n terms is 84. So what is the question being asked? The question being asked is Sn is equal to 84. So I have to do Sn is equal to 84. So let me create some place for this one because I want full page. So I'm adding a page over there. Sn is equal to 84. So Sn, n formula is n upon 2, Sn formula 2a plus n minus 1 times t. That's the formula, so I'm going to use it out over here. 2a n upon 2 times 2a, a is negative 6 plus n minus 1 times d is 3 upon 2 is equal to 84. So I bring that, do the cross multiplication, 2 with that one. So what do I get? N times negative 12 plus 3n minus 3 upon 2 is equal to 168. Then again, what am I going to do? I am going to do this cross multiplication. So it becomes n times negative 24 plus 3n minus 3 upon 2 is equal to 168. Then further I do once again the cross multiplication over here, so I get n times 3n minus 27 is equal to 336. So 3n square minus 27n is equal to 336. So I get 3n square minus 27n minus 336 is equal to 0. So I'm going to factorize this one. It becomes n minus 6 times 3n plus 21 is equal to 0. So I get either n is equal to n minus 16 is equal to 0 or 3n plus 21 is equal to 0, which gives me n is equal to 16, n is equal to negative 21 upon 3. Negative 21 upon 3 is being rejected, so therefore the value of n is 16. That's going to be the answer. So I've put the full in one page so that you can see in and take a screenshot. So n is equal to 16. That's going to be the answer for that part. Coming to question number 5. A function f of x is equal to a minus 2x. What is it telling? Find f of x. F of x. So f of x is a minus 2x. So plug in a minus 2x in this equation once again. So it becomes a minus 2 times of a minus 2x. So it becomes a minus 2a plus 4x. So it becomes 4x minus a. Next part of the question. Find f inverse of x. So y equal to a minus 2x. So 2x is equal to a minus y. X is equal to a minus y upon 2. So what does that becomes? F inverse of x is equal to a minus x upon 2. So that's going to be the answer. Now what is that's the answer for f of x and f inverse of x in terms of a and x. Given that f of x is equal to f inverse of x. So just now we have got that f of x was 4x minus a is equal to f inverse of x was a minus x upon 2. So we have got these two values, so I do the cross multiplication. So I get it out, 8x minus 2a is equal to a minus x, so which gives me 9x is equal to 3a, x is equal to a upon 3. That's the answer. Part 6 or sixth question. The equation is given of the curve and given that the line is a tangent. So we have to do the simultaneous equations. Both are equal to y. So equate 2x squared plus kx plus k minus 1 is equal to 2x plus 3. So what does that becomes? Get all the terms on one side. 2x squared plus kx plus k minus 1 minus 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. So 2x squared plus x common, it becomes k minus 2 plus k minus 4 is equal to 0. Whenever it is a tangent, we know that the quadratic should form, and b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0. So a is equal to 2, b is equal to k minus 2, c is equal to k minus 4. So from there I get k minus 2 whole square minus 4 times 2 times k minus 4 should be equal to 0. So I expand it out, k square minus 4k plus 4 minus 8k plus 32 is equal to 0. So I further simplify, I get 8k squared minus 12k plus 36 is equal to 0. If I further simplify, it becomes k minus 6 whole square is equal to 0. K minus 6 is equal to 0, implies k is equal to 6. That's going to be the answer. It is now given that k is equal to 2. Express the equation. So the curve equation was y is equal to 2x square. If I go back and check what's the curve equation, 2x square plus kx plus k minus 1 plus kx plus k minus 1. Now k is equal to 2. So what will be the curve equation? Will become y equal to 2x square plus 2x plus 2 minus 1. So y is equal to 2x square plus 2x plus 1. So I had to do the 2 common, completing square for this, x square plus x plus 1. So it becomes y is equal to 2 times x plus 1 upon 2 whole square minus 1 upon 2 whole square plus 1. So it becomes y is equal to 2 times x plus 1 upon 2 whole square minus 2 times 1 upon 4 is 1 upon 2 plus 1. So that becomes y is equal to 2 times x plus 1 upon 2 whole square plus 1 upon 2. That's going to be the answer. Hence state the coordinates of the vertex of the curve. So you have to state the coordinates of the vertex of the curve, which is minus 1 upon 2 comma 1 upon 2. This minus 1 upon 2 from here and positive 1 upon 2 from there. Coming to question number 7. In the diagram, OAB is a sector. Show that the length of the BC. So I have to find it out the length of BC. So use the cosine rule. BC square is equal to r square plus 2r whole square minus 2 times r times 2r times cos pi upon 6. So I have used cosine rule. From there I get it out, r square plus 4r square minus 4r square cos 30 degrees, which is root 3 upon 2. So that should be giving me 5r square minus 2r square root 3. So take r square common, it becomes 5 minus 2 root 3. So this is the value of BC square. So BC will be square root of this thing, r square times 5 minus 2 root 3. So which will be equal to r times square root of 5 minus 2 root 3. This is the answer for BC. He's asking in the next part, find the exact perimeter of the shaded region. So let us copy the diagram over there. The diagram, perimeter of the shaded region. I copy the diagram. I want perimeter of the shaded region. The shaded region is made up of, let me write it out over here, three parts. The first part is nothing but what AC, and the second part is nothing but what B is AB, the arc, AB arc length. Then the third part is going to be BC. So there are three parts in this question. Okay, so the second part was AB, and the third, which was an arc, and the first part was AC or CA. So these are line segments. Okay, so I have to find it out the perimeter. So whenever I add all this, I am going to get the perimeter. So how should I be adding it out? CA value is nothing but what we can see, that CA value is R plus AB value. AB is an arc. Arc formula is nothing but what? We have to find it out the value of arc. Arc is nothing but what? R theta. So the radius is nothing but what? 2r. So it will become 2r times theta. Theta is pi upon 6 plus BC value. BC value just now we got it out, r square root of 5 minus 2 root 3. Okay. In the case of an arc, it is 2r is the radius, so 2r times theta. So my final answer is going to be r plus r pi by 3 plus r times square root of 5 minus 2 root 3. This is going to be the answer for the perimeter. Find the exact area of the shaded region. So we have to find the exact area of the shaded region. So let us get to the diagram over here. Now I have to find the area of the shaded region. So area of shaded region is equal to area of the sector minus area of the triangle. So I take the area of the sector minus area of the triangle. Area of the sector formula is half r square theta minus area of a triangle formula is half AB sine theta. So I use that one. Half r, radius is 2r whole square times pi upon 6 minus 1 upon 2. Sides of a triangle is r, another side of the triangle is 2r, and the angle is sine pi by 6. So I try to simplify that. It becomes 1 upon 2 times 4r square times pi upon 6 minus 1 upon 2 times 2r square times sine pi upon 6. Sine 30 is 1 upon 2. So it becomes r square pi upon 3 minus r square upon 2. So I take r square common, so it becomes pi upon 3 minus 1 upon 2. That's going to be the answer. Question number 8. Find the volume generated when it is rotated on 360 degrees along y-axis. Remember, it is along y-axis. The curve is given. So y-axis, so the limits of y should be taken. What are the limits of y? 2 to 6. 2 to 6. The limits of y should be 2 to 6. So we know that whenever it is along y-axis, it is in pi integral x square dy. So volume is equal to pi integral, limits are 2 to 6, x square, make x as a subject, 6 upon y whole square dy. So volume is equal to pi integral 2 to 6, 36 upon y square dy. So volume is equal to 36 pi integral 2 to 6 y power minus 2 dy. So it becomes volume is equal to 36 pi. Integral of this one is minus 1 upon y from the limits 2 to 6. So you can substitute the limits and get that answer. 36 pi minus 1 upon 6, minus of minus it is plus 1 upon 2, which should be equal to 8 pi. So answer is 8 pi. Now coming to part B, he says the tangent to the curve at a point x is parallel to y plus 2x is equal to 0. Show that x lies on y is equal to 2x. It has been told that x lies on y is equal to 2x. So I should be getting the y value and x value. It should be satisfying this equation. Okay, so whatever is the y value and whatever is the x value, it should satisfy this equation. So what am I going to do? First of all, the curve equation is equal to y equal to 6 upon x, or 6x to the power of minus 1. So I am going to find the slope of the tangent dy by dx, which is minus 6x to the power of minus 2. But y plus 2x is a tangent, so from that y is equal to negative 2x. So what is the slope of that line? Slope of that line is equal to minus 2. So I plug in that minus 2 over here, is equal to minus 6 upon x square. So x square is equal to 3. X is equal to root 3. I got the value of x as root 3. Now I'll be getting the value of y also. So y is equal to 6 upon x, so which is 6 upon root 3, so which is nothing but what? 2 root 3. Now just now in the beginning we said that it should satisfy this equation. So y is 2 root 3 is equal to 2 times x value is also root 3. Yes, so therefore root 3 comma 2 root 3 satisfies y equal to 2x. Therefore it lies on y is equal to 2x. That's going to be the answer. Now question number 9. Find the ranges of f and g. So f is equal to negative 1. So because of this minus symbol, when you plug in maximum value, you get minimum value. When you substitute minimum value, you should be getting the maximum value. Now this is for f of x. So range for f of x is nothing but what? I can write f of x lies between negative 1 and 5. Now what is the next part of the question? I have to find the ranges for g also. But what is g of x? G of x is equal to minus 2f of x. So again because of negative. So maximum of g of x will be, I should be substituting it out the negative value of this one. So minimum value of f of x. To get the maximum value of g of x, I should substitute the minimum value of f of x. So it becomes 2. Similarly, I want minimum value of g of x. In order to get the minimum value of g of x, I should substitute the maximum value of f of x, which is 5, which is negative 10. So therefore, what will be the ranges of g of x? G of x ranges will be negative 10 to 2. That's going to be. Now coming to the next part, find the diagram shows the graph y is equal to f of x. Sketch on the graph y is equal to g of x. So what is f of x? F of x was 2 minus 3 sine x. So we have just came to know that its maximum value was 5. So this value is 5 and minimum value is minus 1. So that's going to be the maximum value and the minimum value. Okay. So what am I going to do today is I'm going to copy this diagram neatly and zoom that so that it will be easy to draw. So I'm going to add up a page and make it much more easier for this version. I zoom the diagram. Yes, now coming to this one. So we know that f of x is equal to 2 minus 3 sine x. So maximum value was 5 and minimum value was minus 1. So I write it there neatly once again, minus 5 and minus 1. Now I want g of x, and before that this number is 2. Whenever it's on x-axis, it's going to be y-axis, x is 0, so it becomes 2. Okay, that point is 2, so easy to find it out. Now I want for g of x. G of x is minus 2 times of f of x, means all the values of f of x are being multiplied by 2, but it is on the minus side. So therefore what am I going to do? So remember, all the values of f of x are multiplied by 2, all the y values are multiplied by 2, and then again add a minus symbol to that. So this point 2 becomes 2 times 2 is 4, but it becomes negative 4. So this is 1 point. Then this 5. So 2 becomes negative 4. This 5 becomes negative 10 multiplied by 2 and minus 2. Better minus 2. So that becomes minus 10. Then, so it is minus 10 over here. So I want this 1 point. So rather than this point, I want this point minus 10. And this minus 1 becomes multiplied with minus 2, it becomes positive 2. Minus 1 over here, it becomes positive 2. So this is going to be the points that I'm going to, what it says, x value is going to remain the same, but the y values should be multiplied with minus 2. Remember carefully, minus 2 f of x means x values remain same, y values should be getting multiplied with minus 2. So I got it out that minus 4 I got as positive 2 and negative 10. Now I have to join all this. So I am going to join it out in this way. But when I'm joining, I should be seeing that it should pass through the same points on the x-axis. Same points on the x-axis, more or less. Still it is not passing. Let me give one more try. No, it's still not. Okay, it looks almost all okay. So this point should be the same and passing through 10. It's not coming over there, so let me draw it out neatly. Okay, it looks okay. Yes, that's great. So I erase this and write that as 10. So this should be the graph. How should be looking like this. G of x. Now coming to this part C. Describe fully the sequence of transformations from y is equal to f of x to y is equal to h of x. So from f of x to g of x, then g of x to h of x. So f of x to g of x. What is g of x? G of x is minus 2 f of x. So just now I was been telling it out. The first step is because of this minus symbol. Minus symbol means reflection on x-axis. Reflection on x-axis. All values, y values becomes negative. Then because of that 2 means stretch by factor 2 because I'm multiplying it by 2. So stretch by factor 2. In which direction? In y direction. That is still g of x. Now again I want from g of x to h of x. What is g of x to h of x? If you see that, it is plus pi. Plus pi means it should be minus pi. If at all in all this, whichever is inside the bracket, you should do the opposite operation. So the third one is translation. Translation by minus pi in the x direction. That's it, in the x direction. Or if you are not moving along in the y direction, so or you can write it out. What is the case is as a factor in the translation of minus pi in the x direction. So you can write it like in the form of vector, or you can leave it out over here. So these are going to be the 3 marks question. So I have to write out 3 points. Minus means reflection on x-axis. 2 means stretch by a factor 2 in y direction, and plus pi is there. So you should do minus pi. So translation by minus pi in x direction. That's going to be the answer. Now question number 10. Find dy by dx and d square y by dx square. So dy by dx is a very simple one. 54x derivative 54 minus 3 times 2x minus 7 whole to the power of 2 times 3. So this becomes 54 minus 6 times 2x minus 7 whole square. Now find the second derivative, the derivative of the first derivative. 54 derivative is 0 minus 6 times 2 times 2x minus 7 whole to the power of 1 times 2. So it becomes minus 24 times 2x minus 7. Next part of the question, find the coordinates of each point of the stationary point. So whenever stationary point is there, what is that? dy by dx should be equal to 0. So 54 minus 6 times 2x minus 7 whole square is equal to 0. So 54 is equal to 6 times 2x minus 7 whole square. So 2x minus 7 whole square is equal to 9. So 2x minus 7 is equal to positive 3, 2x minus 7 is equal to negative 3. So from there, x is equal to 5 or x is equal to 2. But I need to get the y value also. So what was the equation of y? Y was 54x minus 2x minus 7 whole cube. So I am going to plug in this one and get the y values. So over here y is equal to 54 times 5 minus 2 times 5 is 10, 10 minus 7 whole cube. So when I take quickly the calculator, 54 times 5 minus 10 minus 7 is 3, 3 cube is 27. So this should be giving me the answer as 243. So the point is 5 comma 243. Now the next value of y I have to find it out, which is 54 times 2 minus 2 times 2 is 4, 4 minus 7 whole cube. So which I should be getting quickly as 135. So the point is 2 comma 135. Determine the nature of the stationary points. So what am I going to do? I am going to find the second derivative, value of second derivative at x is equal to 5, which is minus 24 times 2 times 5 minus 7. So which is going to be negative 72, which is less than 0. So as d square y by dx square is less than 0, what is that point? 5 comma 243 is maximum point. Next, I'm going to find it out. D square second derivative, d square y by dx square at x is equal to 2. So this is minus 24 times 2 times 5, 10, 10 minus 7, which is 2 times 2. X is 2. So I go back, change that. X is 2. 2 times 2 minus 7, 4 minus 7 minus 3, so positive 72, which is greater than 0. Therefore, as d square y by dx square is greater than 0, 2 comma 135 is minimum point. This is going to be the answer. Finally, question number 11. The equation of a circle. So x square plus y square minus 8x plus 4y minus 5 is equal to 0. So we compare with the standard equation of a circle. What was that standard equation of a circle? X square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. In that case, the center is minus g comma minus f, and the radius is square root of g square plus f square minus c. So I'm going to take the center now, minus g. So half of the coefficient of x and minus symbol. So it is minus 8. Half of minus 8 is nothing but what? Minus 4, but opposite symbol. So it becomes positive 4. Then half of the coefficient of y, but opposite symbol. So half of 4 is 2 and opposite symbol is minus 2. So I got that one. Now I find it out the radius. Use the formula square root of 4 square plus minus 2 whole square plus c value minus 5. So 16 plus 4 plus 5, 25. So radius is going to be 5. Coming to the next part, the point P lies on the circle. Show that the equation of the tangent. So I quickly draw a circle. The center of the circle is 4 comma minus 2, and the point P is there, which is 1 comma 2. Now I am going to draw a tangent. I want to know the equation of a tangent. So first of all, what am I going to do? I am going to find slope of radius. Slope of radius is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, which is minus 4 upon 3. Now I will be finding it out. Slope of tangent, which is 3 upon 4. Because it is perpendicular, tangent is perpendicular to the radius, so 3 upon 4. Then equation is y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1, so which becomes 4y minus 8 is equal to 3x minus 3. So 3x minus 4y is equal to minus 5, or I get it out, 4y is equal to 3x plus 5. That's going to be the answer. Part C, what is he saying? The Q lies on the circle and PQ is parallel to x-axis. Find the coordinates of Q. He says PQ is parallel to x-axis. The question says PQ is parallel to x-axis. What was P coordinate? Just now we got it out, which was 1 comma 2. It has been given as 1 comma 2. Now it is being told that PQ is parallel to x-axis. So if at all it is parallel to x-axis, the y values will be going to be the same. Why is it so? Let me, what it says, show it out by a diagram. I draw over here y-axis, I draw over here x-axis. This is x-axis, y-axis. If I draw a straight line, PQ, PQ, P is over here, Q is over here, they are having parallel to x-axis. Whenever it is parallel to x-axis, you can see that the y coordinates will be the same. If y is 2, it's going to be the same. The y values have to be same. So I came to know that the y coordinates are same, which is 2. Now I have to find it out the x coordinates. In order to find the x coordinates, the thing is, it has been also said that Q lies on x-axis. Q lies on the circle, not x-axis. Q lies on the circle. So one more important point which has been given over here is Q is lying on the circle. So what is that condition? What is the equation of the circle that we have got it out? We have got the equation of the circle as x square plus y square minus 8x plus 4y minus 5 is equal to 0. So Q lies on the circle. So when I substitute that one, x square plus y is 2 square minus 8x plus 4 times 2 minus 5 is equal to 0. So I get x square minus 8x plus 7 is equal to 0. So I got a quadratic. X minus 7, x minus 1 is equal to 0. So I get x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 7. Clearly you can see that x is equal to 1 has been used for P. So x is equal to 7 should be used for Q. So what will be the points of Q? 7, 2. That is the answer. Now finally part D. The tangents to the circle at P and Q meet at T. Find the coordinates of T. So what am I going to do? I am going to draw quickly a circle. A circle is being drawn. Now PQ. So I am going to draw a tangent at P maybe and at Q. Now this was PQ, PQ. Okay, so at P was 1. What was P? P was 1, 2, and Q is nothing but what? 7, 2. They intersect at T. Find the coordinates of T. Now center is nothing but what? 4 comma minus 2. Center of the circle is 4 comma minus 2. So what am I going to do? I'm going to find it out. Slope of CQ. Slope of CQ is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So it becomes minus 4 upon minus 3, which is nothing but what? 4 upon 3. So slope of tangent at Q should be equal to minus 3 upon 4. So equation of tangent at Q will be y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. So I further simplify, that becomes 4y minus 8 is equal to minus 3x plus 21. So I get 3x plus 4y is equal to 29. That is the equation of a tangent at Q. So I have two things. Equation of tangent at Q, which was 3x plus 4y is equal to 29. I have equation of tangent at P. We have found it out in the previous part. Equation of tangent at P is nothing but what? 3x minus 4y is equal to minus 5. What am I going to do? I am going to solve these two equations simultaneous. 4y gets cancels. 6x is equal to 24. So x is equal to 4. Plug in this x is equal to 4 in any one of the equation, or the first equation or second equation. I am plugging in the first equation. 3 times 4 plus 4y is equal to 29. It implies 12 plus 4y is equal to 29. 4y is equal to 17. Y is equal to 17 upon 4. So what is t? T is 4 comma 17 upon 4. So that's the coordinates of t. I think so. That completes the paper. Bye. See you in the next paper.